Talk a little more about the ceasefire, which has been in place in Syria for a few days now. We've had a few developments with rebels threatening to pull out of ongoing preparations for peace talks that are likely to take place soon. What is the significance of that? Is this just posturing, or is this a more serious threat?
Well, the hope is that this ceasefire deal, which is largely holding, according to the two sides that have brokered this deal, Turkey and Russia, will lead to political talks later on this month in the Kazakh capital of Astana. But like you said, now we're hearing some rebel groups express their displeasure, saying that they're going to freeze progressing on these talks that are going to be held in Astana because they blame the regime for continuous violations of this ceasefire deal. And most of these violations that the rebels are talking about are concentrated in and around the Barada Valley, which is just outside of the capital, Damascus, about 20 kilometers outside. And this is strategically important because not only is it rebel-controlled, but there's a spring that originates in this valley that later feeds into the capital Damascus's main water supply system. And the regime had blamed the rebels for contaminating the water with diesel fuel, and thus the authorities in Damascus had to shut off completely the capital's water pumping system. So the residents of Damascus have been without drinking water since December 22nd. But we're also seeing minor infractions throughout the country. But it's extremely important that, especially in this first week of the ceasefire, that it does hold, because it is going to set the tone. And if this does, and if the ceasefire does continue, hopefully it will lay a stronger framework for the political talks that are going to be held later on this month in Astana. Marlene?
Many thanks for talking us through that. Alican Ayanlar there for us in Hatay.